How's it going, everybody? Each time he said, "My grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness." So now I'm glad to boast about my weaknesses so that the power of Christ can work through me. That's why I take pleasure in my weaknesses and in the insults and hardships and persecutions and troubles that I suffer for Christ. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Paul's concern for the Corinthians. You have made me act like a fool. You ought to be writing condemnations for me, for I am not at all inferior to these super apostles, even though I am nothing at all. When I was with you, I certainly gave you proof that I am an apostle, for I patiently did many signs and wonders and miracles among you. The only thing I failed to do, which I do in the other churches, was to become a financial burden to you. Please forgive me for this wrong. Now I am coming to you a third time, and I will not be a burden to you. I don't want what you have. I want you. After all, children don't provide for their parents. Rather, parents provide for their children. I will gladly spend myself and all I have for you, even though it seems the more I love you, the less you love me. Some of you admit I was not a burden to you, but others still think I was sneaky and took advantage of your trickery. Let's read that in the King James, just to be on the safe side. And he said unto me, My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. In other words, my grace, what the Lord does in me is sufficient. What the Holy Spirit does in providing me the Holy Spirit, which is provided to you, is good enough. For my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Yeah. And that's what the Lord does. He doesn't, like, the Lord took away how do I say this? The Lord brings his sheep through. He pulls them out of those deadly sins in Galatians 5:19 through 21 that end with, those that do such things shall not inherit the kingdom. It begins with adultery, fornication, wrath, strife, bickering, all that kind of stuff. But adultery, he brought me out of fornication. He will all of his sheep. Again, most of the church is lost. They're in all kind of world religions. Fake Christianity is no more different than any other world religion. It is a world religion. I think the same percentage will come out of every false religion on the earth. So don't puff yourselves up because you go to church on Sunday and think, oh, well, maybe if I'm not called, maybe if I'm not in truth today, since I go to church on Sunday, nope. I totally disagree with that. But I'm made weak in the world because who's going to date me? Nobody dates me. I don't do Christmas. I don't do birthdays. I can't do free will. I can't marry anybody that believes in a free will Jesus. And obviously they would have to believe in the truth, but they can't be free willers and Christmas worshipers or partakers. And I don't even do birthdays. So yeah. That's why I'm single. So it's that's part of my weakness is my lifestyle. I'm weak in the world, if that makes sense. And but my glory rests in the truth and in the Lord. And that's basically what Paul's talking about. Therefore, I take pleasures in my infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distress for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. And trust me, I was weak my whole life when I participated in the world. Nothing ever worked. Now, everything works perfect. I shouldn't say that, but let's just say I've never been happier, more content. My spirit is very strong. We'll just put it like that. Truly, the signs of an apostle were wrought among you in all patience, in signs and wonders and mighty deeds. For what is it wherein ye were inferior to other churches, except it be that I myself was not burdensome unto you? Forgive me of this wrong. Behold, the third time I'm ready to come to you, I will not be burdensome. So it pretty much was in line, So I just wanted to check that out and kind of see where all that was going. Going. All right, let's get on to Revelation. We are still in chapter 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. And of course, this would be the great tribulation. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for times and a half and a half from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth the water as of a flood, as of the woman might cause her to be carried away by the flood. But the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. Well, I tell you what I've seen for the first time is how those days are still established, but the church, but we're not, but the great tribulation is not taking place anymore. He has, because remember, I told you, I think it'll last like 3.5 days, which per the Bible verse we got to, which it said earlier, concerning the 2 witnesses, where they were, that went about the 3.5 days, and then they were caught up. So anyway, love you. I'm sorry I'm in a hurry. Love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.